Introduction?
Yeah, so absolutely. First of all, I could let every student know. So, guys, you all have almost 30 global educators. So, out of them, we have Jalina ma'am from Serbia. So now today
Yes.
I have learned a bit of the Serbian also because I was trying to talk to ma'am, and ma'am really found it amazing, and she really encouraged me.
I'm very happy. I'm very happy. I'm very happy with you, student, children. I have science, my life, and education.
Thank you so
Good
much.
evening, dear ladies and gentlemen. Hi.
Good evening,
Hi.
ma'am.
How are you? How are you, dear? How are you today?
What about
Ma'am,
How
we
are
are amazing.
you?
Ma'am, we
good
are
How are
amazing.
you? How are you there? Dear heart. How are you?
Say, guys, speak louder. Say, I'm fine.
We are fine, ma'am. What about
Ma'am,
you,
we are
ma'am?
fine.
We are amazing, ma'am. What about you?
Okay, ma'am.
So, ma'am, after saying fine,
Please,
they all are asking about
please.
you also. That
What
how
about
are
you,
you,
ma'am?
ma'am? Now they're asking you also.
Dear, please silence. I will speak you. Oh, that's okay.
Yes.
That's
No, ma'am.
okay.
Yes,
Okay. Okay. I special thanks the invitation to be a guest speaker, and I send my warm greetings to the organizer of this Amazon Virtual Global Educator. Then the creative group CCA, Professor Dr. Madri Bosch and Honor Dr. Alka Mikhail. I'm Jelena Bošković, academician, university full professor, prominent scientist, global educator, winner of numerous international awards for education and scientific excellence, advisor to president of the Metropolitan University in Belgrade and director RSEA of Institute in Belgrade, Republic of Serbia. Today, my topic, their student and my children. My topic, education, is key direction the development of social progress in the world. Education is the most powerful weapon which you can use to change the world. Live as you were the tomorrow. Learn as you the live forever. Mahatma Gandhi. Forever. I will discuss today at the education the process of learning and expanding culture, and it contributed and the improvement of the human condition through better knowledge, health, living condition, social equity, and productivity to a central tool for social progress in the world. Education is social progress in the world human population. Education is expressed to foster social progress through the four different but international purpose: humanistic, through the development of individual and collective human virtue, to therefore exist civic, by the enhancement of public life and active participant in a democratic society. Do you democratic society today? No, no. Today, in a human population is terrible in the whole world. war in Gaza, war Ukraine, war Africa, etc. By providing individuals with intellectual and practical skills that make that productive and enhance their and society living conditions, and through fostering social equity and justice. Justice in one society is very important. The explanation of formal education, which was part of the emergence of the national states and modern economy, is one of the most visible indicator of social progress. In its explanation, education created a complex web of institutions distributed according to different parts along of life course. From early education through one school cycle in the final stage of higher education, continuing with the provision of form of lifelong education. This web of institution is subject to breaks and elevations that reflect their diverse and multiple historical origin and purpose and economic development of different regions in the world, countries, continent, etc. From a primary schooling, education institution grow horizontally by learning field, subject, or occupations, and vertically by levels and credibilities. The allocation of children and young people to different tracks and institutions by a mixture of choice and assessment is core process. Informal education that often reflect and reproduce persisting inequalities. The chapter present the main actions needed to allow education to fulfill its promise to promote social progress. Considering the four purposes of education, on a global level, more research-informed policy is required and balanced approach to educational reform, included teacher in education, all level, study, basis, master, PhD, basis, school, flexibility, government structure, their flexibility, our country, participatory and accountable, considering the political and social context are recommendation. The new agenda of sustainable development goals for 2030 established in call for a new cooperative paradigm based on the concept of full global partnership it's clear. And contribution, the principle no will be left behind. Sustainable Development Goal 4. Education's aim to ensure inclusive and quality education for all and promote lifelong learning. This provides a broad framework for education's contributions to social progress. This provided a broad framework for educations and improve the quality of clearly childhood education as a precondition for lifelong educational success in all its goals, or to improve the quality of schools, including in learners' direct interactions with their peer groups, educator, and surgeons in institutional characteristics, such as group size, student-teacher ratio, teacher qualification, and spiritual and material conditions, and provisions in a magnificent and relevant curriculum for level study, basis, master, PhD, and basic school to enhance to role or educator, considering that teachers are not just carrier of knowledge and information, but role models that have a significant impact on children is disposition toward learning and life more generally. 4, to make higher and vocational education more inclusive and socially relevant, 30, enhancing the opportunities for students of all sectors of society to future their education in a magnificent and practical ways, eliminating social and cultural restriction to access and reducing to dividing lines between high and low prestige and extra between institution and career. Additionally, appreciating use of the opportunities created by new digital technologies is recommended in the world. Special artificial intelligence. These are not a magic bullet that will replace existing education institutional and create a new learning world, humanity world. But they can do powerful instruments to improve the quality and relevance of education and the contribution to social progress. Education is a human right, a component of market development, which means the undoubtedly enormous driving force for development, but also its limitation. Wasn't it today one of the key determinants of countries' development? However, education of the influence of the market and within that from work also labor market in order to see the state and perspective of the education process in contemporary society. It's necessary to put perspective the education process in contemporary society. It's necessary to put in broader context and other essential determinant of capitalistic societies, which are, best of all, multi-party parliamentary democracy and human rights. This influence is definitely two-way. When it comes to the influence of education, other social progress is obvious that educator is a key factor in the multiple increase of the creative power of human work, which is multiplied through the constant increase of the two creative power of human work. Responsible, which is materialized through the constant increase in the ability to produce an ever-increasing amount of material and spiritual goods for the benefits of all children, all students, all men in the world. It also an indispensable fact that education in a long process created the necessary human potential capable of contemporary participating in public affairs, in the political life of society, in the process of making, in controlling the implementation of important political decisions in our country in the world. In other words, the process of education was the main source of energy for the permanent increase of the creative power of human resources. However, this was protected by a long-term, complex, contradictory social process. In this process, there is a major change in the role, importance, education of social life and development, which is not only significant for the bourgeois capitalist society, but represent a civilization at her level. Various international foundations excluded the privilege the ruling social classes and is become integrated part in the corpus of basic human rights. Basic human rights education. The border civilization significance and meaning derives from the historical fact that thousands of years before that, in different parts of the world, in different social systems, education was a privilege of the rich, ruling social classes. The member of educated, meaning above all literate people, was measuring in per thousand. This observed reason why the process of development of science, new technologies, economy was so slow. The sudden increase in the dynamic of scientific, economic, and technological development come when the process and scope of education began to develop more and more. When education became available to wider social strata between the development of education from then until today, there is a direct correlation between the development of education and overall level of development of a society. It's possible of education and the overall level of development of society. Following
Jalina ma'am,
the historical, yes,
sorry to interrupt you. Actually, now we are running out of time. So I want you to do little interaction with all of them as they all are, eager to interact with you. So I'll be share your whole PDF to them. So they all want to talk to you, ma'am, for 5 minutes. Let's make it more interactive.
okay,
Yeah.
okay,
So you can ask few questions to them. They can ask few questions to you. So Masha,
okay,
yeah.
the end my lecture.
Yeah, Jay ma'am. So actually we are running late. So as you said, we are going for the 10 minutes, right? So now Zoom goes for lastly 30 to 40 minutes. So we have 6 minutes left, if you can see on the top of the screen. Isn't it?
Okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay.
So
4 minutes, 4 minutes, 4
sure,
minutes.
sure, done, ma'am. Go ahead.
Okay. Okay, 4 minutes. Okay, 4 minutes. Namely, the development of the industrial market. Way of production was not possible without its foundation in the education process for at least 2 reasons. The first reason refer to fact that industrial production tend to create an increasing number a new product for education program. On contrast, in the provisionally dominant natural way of production, which concentration in the production or limited number of products in the world. This is not possible without having significantly higher level of education in constantly improving and professional knowledge, which enable producer to create different product, but what is more important, create new needs, new habits, new system of value and way of life. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Thank you
My
to you, ma'am.
student.
Thank you for you. Thank you to you by taking out this time and made it for really. Guys,
Thank you
unmute
very
yourself
much.
and give it a clap. Ma'am is really.
I love you much. I love you much. I love you much.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Love you too. We all love you so much. Yes, Madhu
I
ma'am.
love you.
Question
I love you, my children, my students, and my dear Dr. Madhvi.
We all love
Dr.
you too.
Madhvi is special person. Special person in the world. Thank you very much. I love you much.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank
We
you
all
so
love
much.
you too, ma'am.
Goodbye. Goodbye. Thank you.
Wait, Jalina ma'am. Wait. Jalina ma'am, can you hear us? Jalina ma'am, can you hear us? Am I audible for you, Jalina ma'am?
A question for me.
Yeah. Like Madhu ma'am is asking, some student want to ask you something. So there's a question. Yes, Madhu ma'am.
Question for me. What question?
Yeah.
What question? Education?
Yes.
Scientists?
Yes, you have.
Yes,
I'm very much impressed by your insights on education.
Education is
Jalina ma'am, actually Madhu ma'am is appreciating you. She's saying she is very much impressed by your talk. So thank you so much, Jalina ma'am.
Yes, thank you so much for insights on the subject. And as you said that education is a human right. So actually it is a human right, but in different parts of the country, education is being implemented in different ways. So according to you, what is the right way to impart education?
Human rights. Human rights is a big problem in the world. Big problem in the world. Different country, human rights.
Yes.
No, big problem in the world. What is human rights today? Region Gaza, war. What is human rights justice? Now, nothing human rights. Today, regions, civilization, country is killed men, child, women, destroy material. It's terrible situation. It's terrible situation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, terrible situation. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
We must have made you emotional, ma'am, about this, because I understand the thing you all are facing from there. We could not even imagine, because we all are living in independent country enough, and we are not so close to the like Ukraine and all. Like still, we can connect those thing with you. But Jalina, ma'am, you are so close to our heart, and today we are not even feeling like we are in India. We felt that we are in Sarabia with you only. So thanks
Yeah.
a lot, ma'am. Thanks for joining. So let's give a huge round of applause for Jalina, ma'am, to be our global educator. Unmute yourself, guys. You can unmute. Glad to be
Ouch.
connecting with you, ma'am.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Jalina.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you.
Same
Goodbye.
here, same
Goodbye,
here.
my
Goodbye.
friends.
Same here.
Goodbye,
Nice
my
Nice,
connecting with you,
children.
nice
ma'am.
communicating
Thank
with
Thank you
you.
you.
so much,
I
ma'am.
call it.
Bye, ma'am.
Goodbye.
Bye,
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 ma'am.
bye.
We feel
Kiss
like
you.
glad to meet
Bye,
you,
bye.
ma'am.
Kiss you. Bye.
Bye.
Bye, my dear. Bye.
Bye,
Bye.
ma'am. Bye, ma'am.
Thank
Have a
you.
wonderful
Thank you
time.
very much. Thank you.
We want to
Thank
meet you
you.
again, ma'am.
Thank you.
All right, my shining stars. So you all okay. Lastly, Madhu ma'am has really made a little emotional with the things, because these people are really close to Ukraine, and they are knowing that what is the reality. They have faced it, they have visited it, and there are many the COVID. We have lost many people, many of our relatives.